At the face-off X, Bones and the Milkman. Stephen Kelly going for Cannons. And Connor Farrell, who's had a great season, winning almost 58% of his draws, will go to the stripe for Chrome. Farrell with the distinctive locks. Chrome and black and light blue. Cannons in their white, trimmed in navy and red, and we're underway. The Milkman wins face-off number 1. Here's Wisnauskas, Tualatin winner, national champion at Maryland. Just played non-stop lacrosse the week after he won a national championship. He was playing pro lacrosse for Chrome. Ball on the ground, middle of the field, big physical play to pick it up. Cannons, their first possession of the day.
I would expect them to run this vaunted Chrome defense so good in the 6-on-6. Cannons have got to look for transition opportunities.
Worst team in the league in scoring transition goals, though. So that's something they've got to try and manufacture in this game, don't they?
And you saw it right there, Chrome discipline getting back on defense. But here come the Cannons playing with some pace.
Shot high. Scanoni looked like he didn't even have to make that save. Didn't. It's now 27 seconds on the clock. Here's Nolting. That's that matchup we talked about. The left hand finds the corner. Islanian puts Cannons on top.
Coming out, firing. We talked with offensive coordinator Sean Kerwin, and he's like, look, we're going to have to attack their poles because their short sticks are so good. You see Aslanian out of the box, the full head of steam on Grill. He's able to just get a little bit of separation. A slide actually comes, and it's just a hair late. That's one that Scanoni maybe usually comes up with, but Aslanian shoots with a ton of force.
Only his 4th game of the year, played in the last 2 coming into this one. So Coach Quirk finding a little something with the Aslanian brothers. Pat Aslanian is a short stick D-midi.
Chris Aslanian is an assistant coach at Princeton, volunteer assistant. All he did this year was shoot on goalies. Did a great job with their netminders. But he comes into this season shooting sharp. You think about the reps that an assistant coach will take during the course of the season.
The Cannons have got Connor Farrell trapped on defense. They're playing 5-on-5. A lot of green right now. A lot of space to operate.
Asher trying to get the goal line extended. Now pushed back by Manley. Donville. That's Aslanian. Back to Nolting. Up top, Lyle. Will he fire? He does. Outside of the cage. Scanoni gives chase, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Cannons. They will not reset the shot clock, so just 5 to shoot. Nolting sees it. Scanoni with an easy save. Here we go the other way with Messenger. Scored the overtime game winner in the first meeting between these two teams earlier in the year. We were talking to Coach Sudan about deer hunting on the field before the game. Messenger hunts and fishes, just built a new house in the Alberta Rockies.
Do not mess with that guy.
No way. He must feel right at home here in the Rockies and the Wasatch Mountains here in Utah. Shot score. That time Dylan Malloy. We talk about the celebrated rookies in Wisnauskas and Nick turn, but it's Dylan Malloy, the veteran out of Brown, who's really picked up his game over the last couple weeks.
He's been way more aggressive, and we were talking with Coach Sudan before the game. He was getting in Malloy's ear like, hey, we want you to go early shot clock, late shot clock. Here you can see a little rollback. And Cannons actually have a slide, but Malloy is just such a load as he goes underneath the stick check. You just can't stop Dylan Malloy with a stick check. And he's one of those guys you watch on tape, but then you see him on paper, and it's like two different players. He's such a tank out there.
If he can establish himself from that wing That's step one for this offense, because then he's going to get double teamed. You get the kickbacks to Nick Turn behind the goal. Then everybody else is a threat off a step down. So that's a great start in terms of the basics, schematics of the Chrome offense.
And to hammer that schematics, they just felt like they weren't giving him enough space. Earlier in the year, they kind of made a few subtle tweaks, and it's opened up his game.
Big matchup here. Lyle on JT Giles Harris. Tough angle. Scanoni shuts the door. The hefty lefty with a couple of saves early. Finds a big man Manley in the middle of the field. Now Haas.
I really think one of the kind of subplots of this game.
Oh, great pass. Anderson finishes it off. Nothing subtle about that. Brandon Nick Turn, what he's done all season long. Finding Justin Anderson streaking out of the box.
This is an absolute dime. Nick Turn, this has got to be a heave from the end line, basically, to a streaking Anderson. The pace of that ball and the placement, because he throws it to a spot. He throws it to a spot to allow Anderson to sprint and dive into that. That is an absurd feed by Nick Turn.
th assist, came into this weekend tied for third in the league in scoring. And Nick Turn has been a real almost steal when you think about where he went in the draft this past spring. And Justin Anderson's been great too. He's from out west, Las Vegas, Nevada. Two-way forward, number 21 with the ball in his cross right here out of North Carolina. Been a really good player for Tim Sudan. Here's Nick Turn again. Covered by Jake Pulver. Trying a little big little. Man's going to be open here. Wisnowskis finds a corner.
They're putting a short stick on Wisnowskis, and it's Goodrich. And Wisnowskis goes right to the two-man game with his running mate. So you're going to see Wisnowskis come behind the cage. You can see him sprinted back there. Freeze it right here. You're going to see this pick. You're going to get a double team. These two Cannon defenders are going to double team Nick Turn. And meanwhile, Wisnowskis is just going to slip right through that. Good identification there by Nick Turn. Poor communication by the Cannons defensively. If you're going to short stick Wisnowskis, you got to anticipate that reaction from him and then have a plan in place for how to handle that action.
Haas picks up the loose ball in the middle of the field. Cannons and Chrome wrapping things up here this weekend, and a huge opportunity for the Cannons with the chaos loss and by a significant number of goals earlier on in the day. Now Cannons find themselves with a chance to stay in the playoff hunt. Nice save that time by Nick Morocco. Nick Turn on the ride. Gives Goodrich a little bit of business, but Islani is there on the other end. Now Lyle.
My previous point we got cut off is JT Giles Harris. Like, I really think one of the subplots of this game is if he can dominate maybe too strong, the matchup against Thompson.
Scanoni.
He pretty much wraps up the Defensive Player of the Year award.
If he hangs with Thompson,
right? That's better choice of words.
Right. Wisnowskis quickly. Good ball movement. Nothing doing though, so now we'll go back goal line extended. Behind the cage. Cannon's in a little bit of disarray defensively. Nick Turn. Finds a cutter out of the box. Terefenko couldn't do anything with it. Cannons need to push it in transition. Take advantage of opportunities when they come. Fairman.
Brody took his lunch money, and he was talking smack all the way over to the bench. Been doing it for decades.
If Fairman could get one early, this place is going to erupt.
Oh, he had a chance there, but Scanoni sharp early.
He's king of the angle play, isn't he? I mean, he's a large goaltender. He fills it up. He rarely gives up goals from severe angles. You must get to the middle of the field to make it the full 6x6.
You got to move him around in goal, don't you, Q?
Absolutely, positively. I mean, when he is locked on a pipe, there's just nothing there. There's a little hint of a 5-hole and maybe off of an ear, but that's about it. He's got those quick hands. His little Blaze Reardon in his game from in tight. He's had a spectacular summer. It's a guy who was vastly underrated in high school and then in college until he was a senior.
Solomon, progressive game flow there. The replay. Cole Williams now on the offensive end. Anderson up top to Wisnauskas. Got a shorty on him now and a lot of room and scores. That was too easy, Ryan.
Great ball movement, great action by Chrome. And that's up with Wisnauskas. And this is a beautiful leaner here, showing some subtlety. Watch his body dip, head dip, ball stays high. Chrome are rolling.
Well, I'm not 100% sold yet.
Okay, have you considered...
It's fine, Flo. She's not interested. I get it. Not everyone wants to save money.
What's she doing?
I don't know. Renters and homeowners can bundle and save. For what? A trip to Bora Bora? Bora boring.
Okay, you know what? I'm in.
She's all yours. Want some tacos?
Nah, I'm not really in the mood.
Yeah, you're right. It's so messy. All the napkins, those different toppings.
Actually, I'm in.
Yeah, you are.
A new Chevy is the smart way to hit the open road this summer. The smart way to road trip and seek new adventures. Go a little farther this summer in a new Chevy. Find new get up and go, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2022 Equinox models. Plus, get 0% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
It took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. Then we took a hard left in East Africa. A right at Baja. A 180 in the empty quarter. And that 65-degree incline at Hell's Revenge. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
Here's your chance to win a VIP trip to Times Square and $1 million live on national television. Enter your lottery's Powerball First Millionaire of the Year promotion today, and you and a guest could win an exciting trip to New York City and appear on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. Don't miss your chance to become the next Powerball First Millionaire of the Year. The countdown is on. Enter today.
Let's flash back week 4. Chrome, Cannons, and Baltimore. Chrome had to finish this game, Ryan, on a 5-0 run just to get it into overtime, which they were able to do. And then Mike Messenger, as we talked about earlier, the big hero.
Yeah, big statement win for Chrome. This pushed them to 4-0. So after some early wins, it's like, yeah, but... And then Cannons get this big lead. Chrome really showed that they were legit and for real. There's the Messenger game winner.
And big heartbreak for Cannons. Cannons have had so many close losses and so many games where they've given it up in the fourth quarter this season.
Yeah, they've been able to hang pretty much with every team seemingly through the first 3 quarters. And the fourth is really what they kind of fall off a cliff.
It's been their undoing, Q.
Cannons can't finish. It's usually about the last 15 minutes or so of a game. And that night, I mean, they had the victory party booked at Sammy's Trattoria up in Hunt Valley, and it got shut down late with that Chrome back. And so far today, it's Chrome alone.
Yeah, you still haven't taken me to Sammy's. It's on the docket for next time we have a game at Homewood. Lyle and JT. They're kind of like Brazilian soccer players. When you only need one name to describe them, that's how good they are. Scanoni got a piece of it.
that means you're doing well, too, because we just know you as Cotter.
Here's Drenner. You can tell Drenner by the locks on Messenger. Quick ball moving back to Asher. Shoots wide. Shot clock winding down. Cannons just dumping in the corner. Set up their defense.
Biggest issue the Cannons talked about during that last huddle defensively. Simple thing, Boyle. Talk. When Brody Merrill gets in the huddle, says, guys, if we're at this stage and the talk is not where it should be, well, we know that's the biggest problem. So the focus is communication on this Cannons D.
And it's been an issue all season long. They've struggled defensively. You can see the communication breakdown earlier with that two-man game behind the cage between Nick Turner and Wisnauskas.
That last Wisnauskas goal, he got a free ride right to the mouth of the crease.
That one, too.
Here's Hecott. Double comes with Pulver. Behind here to Nick Turner. Now he's got a defender hung up. Wisnauskas will get a better angle. Shoots, can't get anything on it. But it goes right to his teammate. And that time, Cole Williams made no mistake. The big lefty at Hopkins buries it.
Cole Williams has really solidified himself in that kind of fifth midfielder spot. That's really the only roster spot that Chrome was identifying, and it looks like he's pretty much secured it up. Seemingly every game bearing at least one goal. Here he just finds the loose change and buries it from deep. Morocco just one save thus far in this first quarter. Chrome rolling offensively, but who hasn't been against Cannons all season long?
No, Morocco was really good last week. The Friday night game in Denver, which was just a classic against Woods. But he's not off to a great start here today.
Got to run here if you're Cannons.
Got to get a Lyle touch here. Got to be possession where four and white figures. He's got to have a say.
Flashes in front of the goal. Can't find him. Now they find him, but it's a tough angle. Tries to increase it. Manley comes to close the door.
Good hedge there by Manley.
JT Giles Harris just working him double. Now behind the back pass. Gononi makes the save.
Another low angle. You can see him hold that pipe, quickly identify the shot before going down low. He's seeing the ball extremely well today.
Let's listen to Nick Morocco. Under the helmet, powered by Sun Chlorella.
Ball side right, top right, wide, run, watch, sweep. Don't see it, help. Act. Side right, wide. Watch, sweep. Under, fire. Find him. Red, right hill. Find him. Get it, Guilty. Yeah, hey, find a spot, right hill, find your spot. Hey, Homer.
Nice job, Sun Chlorella powering athletes under the helmet. Morocco with the save. Shouting at Keelty to run after it to get possession. He did. 1 minute left in this first quarter.
And seemingly every time you think Morocco's having a tough start, he then catches fire.
He knew he was under the helmet there. Great passing and a finish. Guess who?
You gotta love the hometown kid burying one, and the fans absolutely love it. Is this the goal that gives the Cannons a little bit of juice here? You can see Rafus operating behind the cage after a switch. And Chrome just a little disorganized behind the play. Lee Fairman all alone. You can see Bernhardt want to support, want to help. But that second slide wasn't totally prepared behind the play.
Bubba, congratulations. I got chills watching you score that goal the way this crowd cheered you on, man. What's this like?
Unbelievable, man. I'm so grateful to be here. Let's hope we can get a win here.
So how does the kid up in the crowd here from Sandy, Utah, the next Bubba, get to where you are?
Just keep playing the sport, be creative and have fun with it.
Bubba's dad built a lacrosse field in his backyard. Basically a field of dreams when Bubba was a kid. And this growth of the game in this state, Boyle and Cotter, you guys can attest. Like 20 years ago, there was nobody out here playing lacrosse. Now it's everywhere.
20 years ago, there was nobody out here. I mean, the growth of this city, Sandy, where he grew up, I'm sure 20 years ago, there was a lot of space to create lacrosse fields. Lyle now tried to shovel the backhand. Great pass. And a goal! Beautiful pass from Lyle, and Donville finishes it off. Lyle attracts a lot of attention, doesn't he?
You can clearly see the Chrome want to shut down Lyle. They've been throwing bodies at him all quarter long. Basically, the old anybody but Lyle strategy. He catches this. JT Giles Harris is all over him. The double team comes, and Donville just cuts behind Hawes. You can see Hawes, he's focused on Lyle. Donville wisely cuts behind the play, and what a slick little backhanded feed. And Donville able to find some sort of space. I think he kept his body English up, so Scanoni matched that, and then he dunks it down low.
So here we go. 2 goals in the final seconds of this first quarter. And what looked like a Chrome runaway is going to end up being a pretty good game after one. Horn sounds. Cannons, 2 goals in succession in that final minute, making this a game. Sean Quirk, probably a little bit of a wider smile than he had a minute and a half ago. Malloy got things going for Chrome. Rookie Wisnauskas, a couple of goals himself. Cannons have come back, though. It's 5-3 after one. The PLL on ESPN is brought to you in part by the Utah Sports Commission. Utah, the state of the sport. All 3 of us have been here for a couple of days enjoying Utah. Coach Quirk has been here as well with his family, playing some golf, enjoying the beautiful weather here in the mountains. He'd enjoy it a lot more if he can get a W after today. But as we see from this graphic right here, it's been a lot easier for the Cannons all season long the earlier in the game we are.
The first quarter, second and third really haven't been the problems. You see the numbers jump down there significantly, and Thompson's touches and activity kind of follows suit. So something to kind of keep an eye on as this game gets deeper.
That's
just 4 shots.
Incredible for him in the fourth quarter. Money time, when he should be taking the most shots and taking over the game. Teams have been able to shut him down. Q, it's gotten a lot hotter down there, too, as the midday sun is baking that field, hasn't it?
Listed at 82, feels like 92. Bright sun now. We're at altitude, 4,200 feet. And it hits this surface, this artificial surface, man. It feels like Lido Beach. I need some cocoa butter. I'm getting cooked, Cotter.
Like Lido Beach. Only a dude like Q would be referencing that beach, but it's a good call. And the fact that, we've seen the Cannons not have a lot of success in the second half, and now it's going to be hot. It's at altitude. The conditioning of these 2 teams is going to play a big role in this game when we get to the second half in the fourth quarter, especially. Turnover here defensively, so a good defensive stand that time for the most maligned defensive team in the league. 6-on-6 offense has not been their issue. Very efficient. They've had a problem on the defensive end, and they've had issues getting goals in transition and giving up goals in transition. Look at Trenner. The lock's flowing. Scanoni, though, up to the task.
Chrome an opportunity to get out on that clean save. Let's see if they attack. They've got 2 offensive midfielders trapped on defense. I would expect Tarafinko to stay out there this possession.
Oz comes off. Morocco makes that save. Drenner.
He's got to be gassed. An O-N-D shift.
Here's Islanian. Giving him that 2-point shot. Contemplated it. Instead, he knew he had Lyle over here, so I'll just give it over to him and set a pick. That's more like it. That pass goes awry. Tip, though.
They got Heacock in that two-man game wisely. He's still out on the field.
Cannons have a pole out there, too. He's going to quickly come off. That's Newbold. Ball's loose in the middle of the field. Flag down. Now we'll get the call. This is going to go against Chrome.
Buchanan makes that call. Buchanan.
Foul's on Chrome, number 8. 30-second technical, offsides.
Offsides against Chrome. So 30 seconds for the man up.
30 seconds for being offsides.
Down 5-3. Cannons have a great opportunity here to close that gap even further. Rafus. Tierney. That's Trenner. Over to Lyle. Slanian. Skip pass beautifully in front. And Scanoni with a great save.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Robbing Donville. Q, you said you had to get him on the move. He was moving pretty well on that shot.
His body was burnt and he was toast, but somehow he flung his stick back towards the middle of the net.
And a beautiful scoring opportunity here. McIntosh with a little twister to beat Morocco on the other end. That's a big sequence early in this game.
2-goal swing right there. 2-goal swing. The Scanoni save, robbing Donville after a couple fakes. You go the other way, and McIntosh with a beautiful finish. Just not enough on-ball pressure. And I think Keelty had an opportunity to help. He's late, hedging, sliding there. Yeah, that's all you. That goal is direct reflection of the save at the other end.
Where do you rank him? Where do you rank Scanoni right now, Boyle? Behind Burnlore at 2? A little lower, maybe at 3?
You've got Burnlore at 2.
I got Burnlore at 1. I was going to put Scanoni maybe at 2 or 3 in the league based on this year.
Yeah, I would go Burnlore and Reardon kind of tier 1. I think Scanoni's right there after that.
You think Blaze has had a tier 1 year?
I think maybe not a tier 1 year, but he's still that guy.
Oh, yes, I agree with that. I'm saying based on play this year.
How many saves did Blaze just have in the previous game?
Makes a ton of saves.
Yeah. Lack of support. He's going to hire a lawyer.
Manley got a little greedy on that play, bringing it into the offensive zone. Turnover, so Lyle now on JT. Huge matchup here all game long. JT's done a really good job when you think about it. Lyle trying to get underneath. Double team comes. Terefenko. Flag down. Oh, big hit.
Oh, gosh, the stick just
crumbled.
Shattered in half.
Chrome 34.
Those are some big
1
dudes,
minute
man.
flash.
Nolting and Manley square off at the corner. It's 500 pounds of athletes.
Palin not having any of it.
Manley breaks that stick, just breaks like a twig, like Bo Jackson breaking a bat over his knee.
Terefenko not happy with the call, but he'll sit for a minute for slashing. One minute power play for the Cannons.
Power play.
No one man should have all that power.
Scanoni robbed them of an opportunity for a power play goal last time out. Slanian, Drenner, Lyle, inside of Tierney, can't handle the pass. Lyle picks it back up. Slanian, he fires high. That's a lot on that shot. Wow, just winning the race to the end line was Rafus.
Yeah, Hawes was griping about that call. He thought he won the run out.
Nice job defensively to knock that one down in the middle. Here we go the other way.
It's so tough to throw the skip right off the end line. You got to get some sort of ball movement beforehand.
We're going to get an offside here. And it's going to go against Chrome.
Just compounding mistakes.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ryan, you wonder why the Cannons are in last place, right?
Yep.
They've been given 2 extra man opportunities, couldn't convert.
I checked that. It's going to go against Cannons.
And now the Cannons
foul on the play
do
number
further.
4. 30-second technical.
self-inflicted wounds.
And that play was blown dead because Chrome then countered with another offside.
Yeah.
Anything you could do, I could do better.
So 2 offsides don't cancel each other out and make an onside?
I think it's 5-on-5 for 30 seconds here.
That's what it's going to be.
I think it's going to be 5-on-5 for 30. Chrome have 6, and someone's got to come off.
Now,
Tarafinko's still got 3 seconds left on his penalty, so they should have a power play.
3 seconds. 5-on-5 for 3.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's what it's going to be. See, now you're waiting on Peacock's going to come on now if that penalty is over. So now Chrome is on a power play. First time all game for Chrome on a power play. Let's see what they can do. Cannons so far have been unsuccessful.
And they're shutting Nickturn behind the cage. So he trots up inside.
There's Malloy. Anderson. Malloy will step into it, shoot it, score!
It's just an overreaction here by Cannons defensively on the power play. You see after Malloy throws this pass, Keelty sprints back to get inside, but you're shutting Nickturn in there. And he's late to get back out to Malloy, who puts a ton of heat on that. Despite it going stick side high on Morocco, just so hard to track, using that defender as a screen and using the velocity. Chrome are rolling.
Malloy's got 2. It's a 4-goal.
Hey, real quick. 2 things, right? A little past and then a little present right now. Let's not forget this is the group last year that ended our season, ended some guys' careers, right? I know not everyone was in that locker room, but take that personal, right? Second thing, Coach just said it. They're desperate. They need a win. They're going to come out swinging. Let's punch them in the mouth right away and keep them down, right? Let's go. Chrome 1-3. 1, 2, 3.
Will Haas firing up Chrome before this game. Veteran D. Mitty out of Palmyra, Pennsylvania. They punched him in the mouth right away. Cannons hung in there, though, with a couple of goals, but this latest surge by Chrome has them out front here.
It's tricky in this league when you rely on historical motivation because you get kind of new teams every year. There's like 15 or 20% turnover. But when I saw Timmy Sudan in the Minneapolis airport, that's the first thing he said to me. I said, what's this game like? He goes, they ended us last year. This is like big for our guys. So some intrinsic motivation, you know, what's underneath the surface. I think it's always important for us to kind of research that out.
We saw it last game too with the Archers and Chaos. I mean, Chaos has been a thorn in the Archers' side over the last couple of years, and they may have exacted a couple of demons, but they may see each other in the postseason. That's in. Wow, it didn't look like anybody else knew it was in either. Just kind of trickling near the goal line, and it found its way into the net. The entire ball has to go beyond the goal, and it looked like it had some English on it. And Cole Williams is going to be credited with a goal.
And it's another beautiful feed from Nickturn. You're going to see the initial dodge, and then they swing it, freeze it right here. You're going to see this strong cut. Williams is going to cut right down there, and Nickturn just puts it right on the money. You can see the Cannon defenders kind of around Williams. He finds that soft spot, and the little confusion. What's going on? Yeah, it's a goal.
It got lost. The ball got lost in the netting, so nobody knew where it was, and it's inside the netting. 2 for Cole today.
2 for Williams, and Nickturn's 3rd assist already.
And the way the Milkman is handling the face-off stripe, this could get dangerous here really quickly for Cannons.
You're in dairy country.
Yeah.
The fertile Utah Valley. Early American settlers came out here to farm. You got a lot of F-bombs here. I got to watch things. In the crossfire, some F-bombs. But this is great farmland, and that's what the original settlers came out here for. Dairy country today.
I saw one of those double long dairy trucks the other day driving along the highways here in Salt Lake City. Malloy. Morocco, shoulder save. He's going to have to stand on his head now the rest of the game because he's under an onslaught, and it's already a 5-goal deficit for Kansas.
He's going to have to stand on his head, and they're going to try to have to turn those saves into some type of transition. You just look at this Chrome defense and the Cannons matchup. Like, who can win an individual one-on-one matchup?
Rafus looking for a cutter. Found one at Donville, gave it back to Rafus. And here's Drenner. Those Cannons team, they used Cotter over these last couple of weeks at attack. He's not playing today, so they're moving Rafus, number 6, down. Who oftentimes this season would come out of the box.
And I talked to the coaching staff about that decision specifically, and it was largely strategic and matchup-based. Looking at this Chrome defense, like they just needed another Dodger.
Yeah.
Cockerton certainly had good production. 5 goals in his 2 games played. Didn't shoot particularly well, but like he's more of an off-ball guy. They just felt like they needed another Dodger, another ball handler out there.
Didn't work on that possession. Shot clock violation here for Chrome. Now they've got just about 25 seconds to put one on net.
I don't disagree with them, Ryan, but at some point, doesn't have to be more about us, less about them.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, you look at it's hard to argue with Cockerton's production, and you look at especially Thompson. Don't you want to surround him with some shooters?
Oh wow! Speaking of which, flashing through the middle of the field, Thompson takes the pass, deposits it in a perfect spot on the net to beat Scanoni.
That decision around Cockerton, we'll get back to in a second, Quinn, but Thompson, beautiful cut right through the middle. Good find there by Rafus. It looks like Giles Harris got caught up a little bit in the wash. Fairman, maybe a little rub screen inside. But Quinn, to get back to your point, like the Cannons have been a bit of a rotating cast of characters offensively. That hasn't been the issue, right? I mean, it's been much more the other side of the field.
Defense, yeah. And Lyle caught JT Giles Harris there just napping for half a second. What amazes me about Lyle, though, is his ability without the ball. You know, most of his highlights obviously are going to come from when he carries through traffic and makes plays, but that was a great example of his effectiveness without it.
Malloy can't handle the pass. Going to be an over and back violation. Turnover. Can the Cannons take advantage? Tried to restart quickly. Couldn't do it. Now we're underway. Cannons have Holden Garland on the field. He'll sub off, as will Goodrich.
And both Chrome defenders run off, so Rafus had an opportunity to attack that open area.
It's already wide open here on this side, but they can't reverse it to him. Here's Lyle. Terefenko just lies in waiting as JT covers him. Just a little bit of space, but no problem for Scanoni. He's going to look to go quickly to Grill.
They've got Hawes as a trailer.
Grill hits him. Hawes will take a 2-point shot wide.
That's nice. That's good transition lacrosse right there. It's kind of a possession shot. And now they sub off the dead ball. That's kind of par for the course for the Chrome in transition.
I love the early 2. You miss it. Don't win the whistle. Actually be slow to get the ball. Let the shot clock stay where it is and then substitute behind the play.
Malloy puts his shoulder into the defender. Keelty gets a little bit of room. Keelty, though, knocks it away from him. Here we go the other way. The Cannons get something going in transition. Newbold, he'll shoot for 2. Scanoni goes down and makes the stop. He's so sharp. Timeout on the field. Cannons want to talk things over. Scanoni just shutting the door on the Cannons.
Timeout.
And if I'm Chrome, I'm talking to Nick Turn and Malloy. Those are back-to-back possessions with turnovers. Malloy, especially his, was early in the shot clock, kind of unforced, or Nick Turn's rather. Like, that's going to feed the Cannons in transition. Like, you're fine. Don't give them those opportunities.
go inside the huddle, presented by Athletic Brewing Company, and listen to Coach Quirk.
Lyle, you pick it up. Let's go. Donnie, you're going to be working out with them. Give me Rave, top center. Give me Chris over on the swing. Give me Tierney. Give me Ash and X. Lyle, what we're going to do is we're going to set it underneath for you. Let's go under. Let's roll. It's going to be that counter look, but just Lyle, you'll start with it, all right? So we'll go counter because I just worry that they'll press you if we go start with Donnie. Kick it up. Over. Chris, get your height. Remember, Ryan, you're up picking, right? We got Rafe, you're clearing all the way through to the pipe. Ash, you're sneaking this pipe, and then we're just flaring on this backside. So just a simple perimeter exchange from you two.
Here we go, let's Here we go.
All right, Sean Kerwin, offensive assistant, talking things over with his team. Did you glean anything from that?
Yeah, it's always a philosophical debate. Do you start the ball with your best player right coming out of it versus some sort of initial action? You can hear him kind of address that right off the bat. They want Thompson to start with the ball in case they press out. So, let's not mess around with that. They'll get into a two-man game right off the bat with Donville. Expect kind of a pick, repick, and then a lot of off-ball action as Laney will end up in a shooter spot. Some off-ball on the left side.
Minute 40 left to go in this first half. Lyle on JT.
They think Tarafenko, as that adjacent defender, is very aggressive, 34 in black.
He has been, certainly. Now Aslanian. Rolls back to his right. Now the help comes. Aslanian nowhere to go. Good defense by Chrome. Now Haas on Aslanian. Looking to work a two-man game, trying to get Asher Nolting on a shorty, but couldn't do it. Tierney. 20 to shoot still for Cannons. He gets his left free and scores.
Great answer here by Cannons. You know, right when you thought the game might be slipping out of their hands, they go on a 2-goal run. And Tierney, I think he catches Scanoni a little off guard. He shoots this super quick coming out of the roll. You know, one step, maybe two. Barely has separation, but just lets it fly.
Got a little help from the pipe there as well.
Gorgeous
placement.
placement.
No, I think you hit it, Ryan. That's it. That's the why is he shot that right off the roll. There wasn't like a carry through, and so the goalie didn't see it fully in the release zone. And he got to the middle of the field with the goal. With the goal is a full 6x6 and makes Sean move.
Minute 6 left to go in this first half. Cannons hanging in there now, down 3. Violation on the face-off. Bones can't believe it, but it's going to go against Cannons.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Messenger will put it in play, and will immediately get a timeout from Coach Sudan. 56.3 left to go in this first half. Chrome looking to put another one on the board. Let's go inside the huddle, presented by Athletic Brewing Company, and listen to Coach Sudan and his staff.
I think we just play out. Unless we just play out. Play out. 15, right? Commit. Let's go.
You guys want to go with Rambo, that pick?
With the hammer pick?
Yeah, not the hammer pick, but over the top pick.
Oh, okay. Raptor?
We go with 15, right, Matt? We go
We've had success giving.
I think we go down the alley.
Let's go. Same, you three, Rambo, Alley. Beat your man, spin the ball.
Yeah. Backside. Hey, we want to initiate at 15 seconds, though, right?
Hey, on that, get a little wider. Get a little wider, and you go set a seal for him as soon as you catch it. Instead of picking up.
I'm going to start picking up. Hey,
you want it?
Hey, it's going to be helter. It's going to be helter skelter when we shoot, right? Get the fuck back. Here we go.
We go hot on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hot.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Get a good one.
Q, I'm hearing Rambo, Alley, and Helter Skelter on that call.
Yeah, they got some great terminology. Sudo, where do you come up with the name for your plays? You got Rambo, Raptor.
Just movies, man.
And all your plays are movie plays?
From movies, yeah.
Modern movies, the young players or old guys like us?
We use Fletch.
Yeah, Fletch is a good one. Cotter loves
Gladiator.
Fletch.
Gladiator for the one.
Gladiator's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm Rambo. I got to question that. He's like a player in this league, you know.
Yeah, but that's a carryover since he was still in college. So.
My favorite, Olivia Newton-John, passed away this week. You need a play called Grease.
Grease, okay.
You need a play called Grease.
All right, if we're going to do Fletch, I guess it's Elmer Fudd Gantry. We'll hear from that later on in the second half. I don't think he's going to take the shot on this one. 45 seconds left to go. So I think they said they want to go at 15 on the shot clock. There's about a 5-second differential right now. Peacock will look to attack. Got a space on Goodrich. Now behind the cage and a bad pass. He's a turnover. Still 27 and a half left to go for Cannons. This is a big momentum switch. They can get a goal here and cut it to 2 at the end of the first half.
End of quarter, so important. You'd be feeling really good about yourself if you're a Cannons fan, if they could bury one here.
Nolting now around to Lyle. Lyle and JT. It's been a good matchup. Lyle loses his footing, but picks it back up. Uses a Fairman pick. Oh, they're all over him. Trying to get it to Islani and can't get anything going. Final horn sounds. At times in that first half, it looked like it might be a Chrome runaway, but Cannons hung in there, getting a goal here and there. Beating a very tough-to-beat Scanoni a couple of times. Scanoni's had a great first half. 8-5 is your halftime score. Let's send it down to Q and Coach Quirk.
Coach, how would you best describe that first half?
Inconsistent, particularly on defense. We're making some great stops as a unit. We just got to communicate more, and we're on the same page, and we're in a good spot. Offensively, getting some good looks, Quint. Scanone's making some big saves on us, and we just got to keep shooting and placing the ball well on them.
I agree. It seems like it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and it's hard to get momentum. How do you start tying together positive plays?
Yep. We got 24 minutes to do it, and we're going to tell our guys 1 minute at a time, string it together, leave it out there, backs against the wall right now.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, Q. Coach, coming up at the half, we're going to take a look back at that wild first half finish last week in Denver, that Friday night game between Chrome and Redwoods. We're going to take a closer look at the playoffs and have a discussion on who's in, who might be in, who needs to win to get in first half highlights and analysis. It's all coming up at the half. McIntosh with a great finish on the twister on the run. Lyle getting involved here, but it's going to have to be more number 4 in the second half. Chrome with the lead. Getting ready to start the third quarter here in Salt Lake City. 8-5 our halftime score. Chrome on top of Cannons. Cannons really need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Chris Cotter alongside Ryan Boyle. Quinn Kesnick is with us as well. First half runs a little bit. At times it looked like Chrome were going to run away with it, but Cannons hanging in there.
Yeah, Cannons always had seemingly an answer. I think the biggest thing for them was Scanoni really kind of lights out, stood on his head in that first half. Otherwise, we might have an even tighter contest.
Let's take a look at our outperformers presented by OutSystems.
What a dime here by Nick Turn, finding a streak in Anderson. One of his 3 first half assists. Here he's going to find Wisnowskis. Little slip pick on a 2-man game behind the cage. The 2 rookies demonstrating why they're top 10 in the league. Gotta love the hometown kid scoring, huh?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Bubba Fairman scoring, and Lyle with a beautiful pass to Donville, who finished it off.
Lyle kept things rolling. The cut, the Rafe is fine there. And this final spot by Tierney, this is the one that kind of, that 2 little mini goal run, you thought Chrome might be pulling away. They're up 8-3, boom, boom. Cannons right back in it.
You see Farrell winning at the face-off stripe. That's been a big reason, but the turnovers, too, it's been a problem. Cannons with a 5-1 disadvantage. Chrome just that 1 turnover in the first half, so they've played cleanly, Q, haven't they?
Chrome seem very much in their comfort zone here, but that's always a dangerous thing, Coach Sudan. If you're too much in your comfort zone, what did you emphasize during the break?
0-0. Match their, have them match our intensity coming out of the middle. They're desperate for a playoff spot, and just outplay them in the first 6 minutes, and we try to win every 6 minutes, right? That's the way you got to go.
Win the next 6. Sounds like a high school wrestling match. Win the next 6.
Coming from a 2-time all-county high school wrestler, and Quinn Kesnick.
Dudo was a good wrestler himself as well up in Rochester.
I didn't realize that. All right. There's always a common, wrestling and lacrosse, it's one of those things. There's hockey and lacrosse and wrestling and lacrosse. For some reason, a lot of the lacrosse players we talk about at both the college and pro level, have a little bit of lacrosse, have a little bit of wrestling in their history. Manly wrestled down to the ground. That's going to bring a flag. Chrome want to keep on playing, though, before we get the call, and we'll get the whistle here. Manly's shaken up a little bit, too, as he was brought down by a riding Asher Nolting.
Cannons foul, 0. 30-second technical hold.
That one's called on Cannons number 0, Asher Nolting. He'll be put away.
See Nolting kind of hook Manly's hand right there.
Okay. It's kind of a little bit of a tough call.
Manly's going to have to come off, though.
Yeah, Manly's banged up a bit. Nolting will come off for 30 seconds.
Grill comes on defensively for the
So Nick Grill filling in for Manly as he's attended to. I'm sure he'll be all right. Check out Chrome on the power play.
Same thing as earlier. They're shutting Nick Turn with a short stick. Now they get out of the shot. I expect the Chrome to whip it ball behind a Nick Turn.
Yeah, they do. Nick Turn up top. Anderson lost it. Now Morrill trying to go after it. We'll get an over and back. Good stand by Cannons. They'll get possession here, and they'll have the ability to run this power play down, which they do. Full strength.
And that skip pass from Nick Turn up to Anderson, you saw exactly why the Cannons want to shut him off. Going to remove the head of the snake.
Here's Asher back on, going against Nick Grill. Nolting has the physical advantage there. 2-point shot. Scanoni deflects this one high and out of bounds. Watch out for a car out there in the parking lot.
That's where I'm parked. Silver Buick. Did you see it?
That's what you got at the rental, Silver Buick, huh? Good call.
Coffee stands on the driver's seat after this morning.
Disaster this morning up in Park City. You made it in all right, though. Double comes on Asher. Good job defensively to knock it away.
Excellent lift check there by Bernhardt to disrupt that Nolting dodge.
Terefenko wants to run. Over here to Wisnauskas. Back behind Nick Turn. Wisnauskas, the rookie from Maryland. Nick Turn, the rookie from Army. Those two have exploded on the scene this year in the PLL. Morocco makes a save. He's going to go quickly to Goodrich. Cannon's got to push it when they got a chance.
Morocco caught that cleanly. You can see the Chrome hustle back.
Slanian just wide.
Just not enough urgency from Cannons, kind of going from D to O.
Here's a chance. Boy, Scanoni, just too much for Goodrich. It's interesting. They looked like they were going to run Goodrich off, and then he stayed on to try and get one final chance against Scanoni, but nothing doing. Now Haas is still on.
And Messenger. They've got Tierney trapped.
And Aslanian, too. Both of them now will... Aslanian comes off. Cannons are finally able to bring another pole on.
And Messenger's going to get in a two-man game here.
With Tierney, you're right. And now they got it. Now they got Nick Turn on Tierney. Advantage Chrome here for sure. Nick Turn comes upfield. Tough angle shot, though. Can't beat Morocco. Loose ball in front. Flag down. Brody Merrill comes out of there with it. Let's check the call.
I thought Nick Turn kind of bailed out the Cannons defense on that low-angle shot. Opportunity to probe a little bit more.
Could have come upfield a little bit more, you think? Increase his angle?
2 fouls on the play. Number 2 for Chrome.
I had the ball.
Do not interrupt Matty Palin when he's making the call.
Good discipline on the turning the mic off.
Right.
Now we got a debate in the penalty box as well.
Peter Buchanan wants to have a word with Palin.
2 on Chrome, 70 on Cannons. Both 1 minute unsportsmanlike. The ball was loose when the flag was thrown. It's going to be Chrome ball via alternate possession.
Heacock and Garland. Looks like they've maybe having a word with each other, too, in the box.
They are. It's a colorful conversation, too. They're kind of reliving it. Like, you went high, I went low. Guys exchanging in a very kind and respectful way. Peacock. Something about a beanbag, I think.
He played that off pretty well. I didn't touch him.
You didn't touch him?
No. Huh? No, yeah.
Making a name for yourself in the penalty box, Mr. Heacock.
This is the first one, I think, all season.
Didn't you have an interaction with Mr. Manley a couple weeks ago? Oh, that was someone else. That was your...
Yeah, that wasn't me.
No, I thought it was you.
Play by the rules.
Play by the rules. That's great. Very cordial in the penalty box. Colin Heacock. So 5-on-5, possession to Chrome on alternating possession. Here's Logan with the left, wide. Plenty of time to shoot, 35 seconds on the clock.
And that was a big AP, the fact that Chrome had the ball on this 5-on-5.
Nick turn. Outside of the goal, outside of the goal. Bubba. Wait for some help in the form of Jonathan Donville. He's looking for help out of the box. It's Drenner. Inside, Asher Nolting. No chance to stop that. He puts Scanoni on skates.
Big stop by Cannons on the defensive end. They're able to advance the ball. Hey, Asher, as you read that Drenner dodge, what'd you see? It looks like they slid, but no second slide behind the play.
Yeah, no, Drenner did an unbelievable job getting in the middle of the field. That's where a lot of good things happen. And especially 5-on-5, a lot of space.
Yeah, huge stop for your D to give you guys the chance, 5-on-5. Good luck the rest of the way, Asher.
Thank you.
All right, Asher Nolting's 12th goal. Sun Clarella powering athletes under the helmet, keeping the Cannons in it, down by just 2.
Meanwhile, in the penalty box, 10 seconds to go. Heacock, you feel responsible for that goal?
I do, actually, yep.
Even though it was 5-on-5?
Making me feel bad about myself now.
I mean, honestly, if you're truly man down, you feel guilty about it, but that's kind of all even. Do you still...
6-on-6 is better than 5-on-5. I mean, I put myself in this position, so...
You do.
I do.
Yeah. Love you, man.
Look at Q goading.
I'm sorry.
Goading Heacock in the box.
No, when guys are in the penalty box and they give up a goal,
they feel shame.
It's demoralizing. Right. It's horrible.
Colin Heacock, one of the great characters in this league.
I think offset penalties is a little kind of a gray area there, right?
Yeah, 5-on-5. It's nobody's fault in the penalty box because it's no advantage. Nolting off the pipe. High off the rebound. Unfortunate for Islanian. Just bounced right over his head on this turf.
Well, I guess the question, Q, is if they had scored, would he have taken credit for the goal?
Yeah.
That's right. You're right. For getting the other guy off the field. Messenger, he'll fire high. That's a good point there, Rhino. If the offense scores and you're an offensive player, you got a defensive player off the field. Pat yourself on the back. As it is, it's a 2-goal advantage for Chrome midway through this third quarter. Jackson Morrill gets by the defender, but tough angle, nowhere to go. Now gets it behind a Nick turn. Way up top. Be an over and back violation.
Over and back violation.
Look at Lyle, wants to go quickly, take advantage of maybe a numbers game. They just don't have it. Chrome gets back in the hole.
There's just no urgency there.
Oh, and a turnover. That is so unlike Lyle Thompson. What was the need for that?
He finally saw Goodrich coming up, but if he had sprinted up, they would have had an easier transfer there.
They're going to get the ball back, though. Now will they take advantage? Rafus to Nolting. Lyle says, hold up this time. I made a mistake last time. Now let's just chill.
And look, I get that it's hot, but you're playing for your playoff lives here. You've got to get up the field quicker.
Like this right here. Beautiful pass. Donville stolen by Scanoni.
They're claiming that went in the net and bounced off the inside pipe.
Terefenko will finish it off on the other end. second time today. Scanoni save on one end leads to a transition goal on the other for Chrome.
2-goal swing for the second time today. A huge stop by Scanoni. You can see the slick little pass by Thompson. Oh, Cotter, I don't know. Did that hit the inside?
It looked like it got past Scanoni and hit something. This just hit the back of the net for Terefenko.
That's sick, man.
9-6 our score. Chrome on top of Cannons. Let's take another look at that replay. A couple of goaltenders are talking to each other. Q and Scanoni. Take another look at it here.
Yeah, this is the initial shot. You can see it's going to hit off Scanoni's ankle leg. From this angle, it's kind of hard to tell because you see it kind of coming inside of Scanoni. This angle, though, is pretty definitive. This is off the pipe.
Yeah, Sean told me it hit him in the heel.
Yeah, it hits him off the heel, off the ankle, comes near pipe.
Yep.
And goes out. Hard to tell from the first one, but the second one, pretty definitive. And that is another huge 2-goal swing.
Heel pipe on one end, net on the other end.
Yeah.
9-6 our score. What's the final word here, Maddie? So it's going to be a face-off. Good goal.
He looked at it. He looked at it that entire break. He looked at it.
How much sunscreen did Seth Tierney put on that dome here today? I mean, that's sun working on him.
T-Bone's never had a problem with the sun. He's always tanned well.
He always has.
And he does pack well for the beach. He's got his hat.
Good point.
Merchandising constantly.
Seth Tierney, our head of competition for the PLL, always down there at the 50, looking at a monitor, discussing something with somebody. Lyle, he's got to make something happen here against JT. It's got to be his time. Over the back, doesn't get the goal, but Asher is backing him up. We saw that graphic earlier, how the Cannons fade as a team, and Lyle just tends to disappear in the fourth quarter. 2 goals all season long for the leading goal scorer in the league. Donville finishes here, though. That's a good possession for Cannons. They're just staying in it, hanging in it. Down by 2 now. They've got to buck the trend that we've seen all season long. They've got to win the fourth quarter.
I like the mojo down here. Break it down, Ryan. Great energy from this Cannons.
Yeah, we're going to go to Asher, actually. Asher, this Chrome defense so slow to slide as you push that corner. When did you identify Donville on that cut?
Yeah, you know, when they didn't want to go and they're showing off slow, that gives Donnie a great cutting line there. So he's got to put it on his stick.
Were you surprised to see him so wide open on the doorstep?
No. He's a great inside guy. He knows what to do and he knows how to move.
Appreciate that, Asher, under the helmet, powered by Sun Chlorella. Donville is box lacrosse background. Great playing in traffic. Finished his college career at Maryland with a national championship. Now he's playing in the pros. Nick Grill, great trail check, so he gets the ball, gets it ahead to Farrell off the faceoff.
And that's 2 straight possessions where the Cannons have had transition opportunities coming off the faceoff. If there's one knock on Farrell, a lot of times after a loss, he'll just sprint off the field. In both those instances, they weren't able to cash in.
That's one you want to file away if you're an opponent of the Chrome next week and beyond. The Chrome folks thought that Kelly jumped on that last faceoff, and that's what the bickering was, and it is right now with Sudan coming over to talk to Matty Palin.
When isn't the losing team of the faceoff claim the other guy jumped?
I mean, it's everyone. Exactly, it's everyone. That one he won so efficiently that, you know, it sets off an alarm in Pseudo's mind, and Farrell's obviously going to come over. Every no face-off man's ever lost it straight up. The other guy's always jumping or leaning.
Early timeout here.
It's like when Cotter and I arm wrestle. Every time I beat him, he said, "Oh, your hand is forward. You're curling your wrist." Come on, man.
You're jumping the whistle. Keep your elbow down.
Keep your elbow down. Exactly. arm wrestle you right now, left-handed.
You put me back in the hospital. Can't do that. Got too much stuff coming up. Got football season starting in a couple of weeks. Got PLL playoffs. We'll be at the semis in D.C., championship game in Philly. There's too much going on.
The last thing down here, I like the Cannons' attitude. They're loose. They're playing hard. They're having fun. They're not gripping their sticks too tight. They're not really worried about the result. They're just worried about playing hard here and finishing this game off the right way.
They've got a chance. They've given themselves a chance. Late third quarter. Chaos helped them by losing by several goals earlier, so they've got a chance to stay in this thing, as miserable as a 7-game losing streak has been for them. Nick Turn behind the goal now. Nick Turn's up front. Malloy. Trail check, though, beautifully behind the veteran. Brody Merrill came out of nowhere and hammered Dylan Malloy.
And that's how you got to slide to Dylan Malloy. A stick check just isn't enough.
And Merrill screaming at his teammates to go forward. Look at Bubba Fairman over here in midfield. Move forward. Look for something early.
I thought in that previous possession, Anderson gave up a golden 2-point shot opportunity.
Nolting. Scanoni goes down and make the save. Loose ball in front. Terefenko comes out of there with it. Really nice look to get the clear done. Bernhardt. Back to Terefenko. It's got Drenner stuck on the defensive side.
Bernhardt with a little Houdini act, escaping those Cannons defenders just to save this possession.
Jackson Morrill allows Drenner to go ahead and sub off, along with Haas. Broken stick defensively. Wow, that's a rocket.
How many times? How many times has that happened today? Why is he to the point where these defenders need to play with a stronger shaft?
Why is Aslanian running off the field? You can play with your stick.
That's the difference between the college and the pro game. That's at least the third or fourth broken stick we've seen today.
Taking a look at it, progressive game flow. Fairman. So you have a two-way midi like Fairman to push the pace. Keep an offensive player on the field on the defensive side. That's McIntosh. So Fairman, number 2 with the ball in his cross, as an offensive midfielder, and McIntosh stuck on this side of the field. Now McIntosh on Asher Nolting. Advantage Nolting. Pipes it hard. Get a plumber to check out the piping on that goal. Now we're going to get a slash call. Looks against Chrome.
This game is picked up. You can feel the intensity.
Beautiful job upfield for Donville. Scanoni makes the save. Lyle will track it down, so the call will be delayed once again. Fresh shot clock. Let's see what Lyle can do on Manley. Tries to spin. Nothing doing. Scanoni comes out to challenge him, which is going to leave Donville open. Shoots. Scanoni makes the save. Battle for the loose ball. Still no call. Now we'll get it as Bernhardt touches up. Furious activity in front of the goal.
Number 3, 1 minute, slash.
Slash against Salama.
Number 3, Eli.
Big time urgency and everything right now.
You can feel it from up here.
There's the call right there. Matty Palin right on it. Salama will take a break for a minute. This is an absolute, I know there's still a quarter and a minute left to play, but this is a huge power play for momentum going into the fourth. Don't you think, Rhino?
Yeah, they're 0 for 3 thus far today. You've got a shooter in Aslanian, feeder in Rafis.
Drenner up top, giving him some space. Now Lyle. JT's playing him totally topside on this. Watch for Drenner now to Lyle. Inside. Trying to get it to Donville and couldn't quite make it happen. Now Haas trying to just kill this clock.
And that's a force by Aslanian, number 1. And that's also where I think part of the moving pieces, the rotating guys in and out, the lack of chemistry, that's where it kind of shows itself.
10 seconds remaining.
100%, Ryan.
Oh, and a short-handed Anderson on the run. That's a dagger with 4.4.
An absolute backbreaker here by Anderson. Sharp angle. You don't get better placement than that. You just kill a power play on one end. You still got a guy in the box. Cannons, you have an extra defender. And you allow the Chrome to reestablish that 3-goal lead that they started the half with.
Anderson's got a contingent of fans here. He's a lone PLL player from the state of Nevada. Grew up in Las Vegas. 11 siblings.
And why not? Coach Sudan talked about Anderson before the game. How he has to encourage him. Take those shots, man. That's why we got you on the field. You could attack. You can dodge. You get your hands free just a little bit, even on the run. Take the shot. He took it and scored. Nolting keeping Cannons in it. Terefenko, though, after a great save from Scanoni on the other end. Chrome still lead heading to the final stanza.
Yes! Come on now! Go! Good shit! No way! He just grabbed my stick! He just pulled me down! Oh my God! It's not like I threw it 90 yards. Relax. Okay. All right. You're a big boy. Hey, when you're catching it in that low spot, he literally can't keep you from going topside. Like you showing that last one. You ran right. You didn't even make a move. You just ran right behind the topside. And they're just going to collapse. That was great. That's a goal. That's a goal. It's a great look. We just got to finish it. All right.
Rookie Asher Nolting under the helmet, powered by Sun Clarella. A goal and a couple of helpers today. He's going to have a big fourth quarter. All the momentum now with Chrome after the way that third quarter ended. Both teams at even strength battle for the ball. Won by Cannons. Nolting on Manley. Quickly to Lyle. Wanted to fire, but lost it on the backswing.
And a good old-fashioned 2-on-1 ground ball there.
Terefenko. Nice job. Malloy just wide. Dylan put a whole lot of pace behind that shot.
And you could hear Nick turn say one more. He was looking for a feed there from Malloy. He was all alone.
JT Giles Harris. So you nailed it, Ryan. That 2-on-1 grounder. He just rode and lifted Lyle off the ball, allowed his mate to come in and clean up the trash. It's kind of a subtle play, but a great one.
Jackson Morrow. He got his hands free, but too high.
Rocco has a tendency to dip and go down to a knee, so you give him a low release point.
Nick turn coming upfield against Goodrich. Spins back, but the help comes with Merrill. On his back, got a shot off.
How?
Yeah, I don't know, but good enough. Good enough to keep possession. Williams. Stopped by Morocco. Morrow, bouncer. Now it's going to be offsides, the call. Could have been over the back. Newbold thought about firing a twofer. Nothing doing. That one's deflected by Manley. It'll be Chrome ball.
Yeah, good.
I'm sorry about that, Cannons.
Good stick there by Manley. Rafus was looking for Nolting on that backside pipe, and he had him. Better urgency from Cannons getting upfield that last time.
Drenner. Slanian on Messenger. Behind the Nolting. Grill, look at the leverage. It's getting low. Now here's Drenner. Down the alley. Doesn't have an angle. 6 to shoot. Rafus takes the shot. Scanoni, no problem.
And Drenner coming into today, just 2 assists. He had Thompson wide open right in the middle of the field. Nolting drew the double team, moved the ball. Drenner just missed Thompson inside.
could be picked off. Instead, Jackson Morrow now has a free rein. Wow, that was a big play too. Almost a turnover. Defender went for the ball. Morrow then had the advantage. Wisnauskas beats Morocco.
Wisnauskas from his sweet spot. Sorry, Quinn, go ahead.
I was going to say, this is just bad luck if you're a Cannons fan. I mean, this is just an unfortunate bounce, a slightly poor decision, and then you can take over what happens after that.
Merrill was starting to creep upfield as that ball was loose. Tried to recover back to Wisnauskas. And that kind of scramble play, good identification by Morrill, and Wisnauskas from that spot. I mean, I don't know how many times we've seen him score from that over the course of the last few years. It's pretty much automatic.
He took what Morocco gave him because Morocco gave him the near post, and I think he was going to go low to high and try to rip the top shelf, and he looked at the goalie, and Morocco was not at a great angle, and just said, you're going to give me the easy one, I'm going to keep it simple and bounce it near side. What's that like, Rhino, when you have a shot in mind, but all of a sudden the goalie's not where you thought he'd be, and you have to kind of change it on the fly, so to speak?
It depends on how much time you have to react. I mean, no one was near Wisnauskas, so I think he had time to kind of eye it up. Sometimes when you're kind of reacting and just using instinct, you're like, whoa, wait a second, what's he doing?
Morocco snags this pass right out of the air. McIntosh riding him hard here. Bubba, nice job with the stick. Fans here in Salt Lake City enjoying that. Goodrich. No advantage for Cannon, so he'll pull it back out. Slanian thought about ripping from distance. Instead gets it to Rafis, now behind the cage. Lyle. It's got to be Lyle time here in the fourth quarter. Got to be. Comes upfield. Over the shoulder. Maybe that's the start of something big.
We opened with it. The Cannons struggle in the fourth. Thompson just 2 of 4 all season long. You wonder if he was maybe going to pace himself a little bit just so he had a little bit more production late. I mean, that is as good as it gets. Backhanded, far pipe, and in. And what a breath of fresh air. You see it right there. All season long, the Cannons have struggled in the fourth. And that's when you need Thompson the most. There he's able to pick up the ball at the end line and just go.
Kelly picks up the ground ball and the face-off he just won. 2-point shot attempts. Asher just gets the better of Scanoni in terms of the race to the line.
That's Lyle's shot. That's like he invented that. I mean, how cool is that? You think about pro lacrosse as the innovative catalyst for the entire sport. Like, and we get to see this guy play every week. It's hard to believe. Like, how many guys can you say invented a shot?
Only the greats. The ones where one name is all that you need. The Gates, the Lyles. Lost possession on that play, though.
He's struggled with his footwork. His kind of, I don't know if it's a cleat issue. It doesn't really seem like a lot of other guys are having that same problem. It's maybe the 3rd or 4th time he slipped. I know Giles Harris has something to do with that. It was spectacular footwork.
Time is not the friend of the Cannons right now. Down 3 in the fourth quarter. Anderson back to his left. Had an advantage, but he lost his footing. Now we got flags all over the place.
We have a flag on the field.
Cannons, number 2, 1 minute, tripping.
That one's called on Cannons, number 2.
Tripping against Bubba Fairman. It'll be a Chrome power play when we come back, already up 3.
I didn't win the lawsuit, but everybody knows I wrote that song.
Flo? Gosh, it's been forever. You look fantastic. It's John. Ham from the blind date we went on years ago.
Ah, the struggling actor who didn't believe he could save his snapshot based on how and how much he drives.
I'd love to talk about it over dinner sometime.
Well, I usually don't talk on the phone during dinner, but for potential customer Tom Ham, I will make an exception.
Oh, boy.
Choosing T-Mobile is like expecting this, but getting that. And so much more, like Netflix on us, and benefits that add up to more than $225 in value each month.
The BK $5 Your Way meal is here to satisfy your cravings. Enjoy a savory Southwest Bacon Whopper Jr. with small fries, 4-piece crispy nuggets, and a small drink. The $5 Your Way meal with Southwest Bacon Whopper Jr. only at Burger King.
To wear purple and gold, it's a different feeling.
It should be my team. Follow me.
Relax, I'm still in charge. You won't be a Laker great, you won't be a Laker legend.
The advantage is 3 goals for Chrome. You see the clock, 6 minutes plus. So the clock is not the Cannons' friend, and it especially isn't now with Bubba Fairman in the penalty box for a minute. Chrome can run this clock a little bit here and play for a good shot. Fresh 52 on the shot clock as they start this power play.
And they're going to start Nick Turn up top, so good strategic counter. You're going to shut me when I go behind the cage. Let's just start our power play with me up top.
Try to get it to McIntosh. Deflected beautifully defensively. Can Cannons get something going? Short-handed. Garland made the nice play on the defensive end. Can he keep possession? He does. He takes his shot. Oh, they got a timeout before the shot. Would have still been Cannons' ball with Thompson backing it up, but timeout called by Sean Quirk, and he'll talk things over. See Brody Merrill, oldest player in the league, 40 years of age, giving it everything he has on this day.
The energy, just staying with that play, staying on that ground ball.
Playing for their playoff lives right now.
Leading by example.
Let's go inside the huddle. Presented by Athletic Brewing Company with the Cannons.
We got to kill some clock. It's 35, right? We can go. Yep. So Donnie would probably be you. Want to start with the ball or no? Why don't we have Chris? You start with it, and then you flash open for it, right? Try to get you the ball. Yeah, if they do, you got to run. That's fine. All right? Here we go. We trust you, Chris. 35 to kill it. Dren will be the one coming out. Still think we have time to run that action. Long dodge and then go. Here we go.
They're sitting back, and Dublin was going to wait for it to expire. Then
Here we go. Oh,
here we go, White. Where's the ball at?
Tough spot to be in if you're offensively still down a man here on the penalty kill. And normally defensively you might talk about, oh, do we double team this coming out? Like, I would fully expect the Chrome just to have one guy designated as the slide guy right there in the middle. Risk reward proposition. You don't need to cause a turnover here. You be risk averse. You can see Hawes just waiting there. They're playing 5-on-5 with their perimeter plus the free double right there.
And down 3 as the Cannons. Can you afford to not attack?
I would just go. I mean, you might as well just go, right?
Maybe draw a penalty.
You'll pick a time with a certain amount of time left on that power play. Now inside 10 seconds. Aslanian on grill here.
10-second differential in shot clock.
Right, now we have 15 seconds on the shot clock. We're at full strength. Donville. Right, gets it to Drenner. Now he only has 4 seconds on the shot clock and loses the ball anyways.
Like, I'm just not sure what that timeout really bought you.
In the end, it's just a lot of time off the game clock. You're at full strength, but you don't have possession, and you're down 3 goals.
Yeah, if it was a tied-up game, it's like great strategy. You're down 3.
Now Chrome has an extra 30 seconds on this shot clock. They can just run down.
You don't want to take your foot off the gas just yet. Not even starting until 14 seconds left.
10 seconds here with Jackson Morrill. He's going going to be a little desperation time here. Double team comes to knock the ball away. And a turnover. Cannon's got to take advantage here with 4:29 left. Slanian, now he loses his footing. Morrill, cross field. Messenger. Who was that took that shot? That was Nick Turn.
Yeah, and
I mean, it was a great shot, though. It's wide open. You can't not take that shot. You know what I'm saying?
It's
wide open, though. You and the goalie, he missed the cage.
If you're going to take it, you better score.
Well, yeah, you're right. But you take that shot.
But you then better score.
It's just you and the goalie. You dream of that. That's a dream scenario for you. Well, here's Lyle. Scored just his third fourth quarter goal of the season moments ago over to Tierney. Misses the target. JT Giles Harris has done a really nice job on Lyle all day long. They can't switch it out here, so it's still JT on Lyle. Lyle's at X. It's got to be guys like this man here, Asher Nolting. Inside, shovel shot, goal. That pass just barely got through. Cannons were able to make it work, though. They're still in this thing, down 2.
How's the Nick Turn shot look now?
All right, Q. I mean, just moments before that goal, I'll let you talk about the replay.
Yeah, tip ball inside, heads up play by Rafis. In one swift motion, collects it and then backhands it. I think it's the juxtaposition between the previous possession where you didn't even really do anything offensively, and then Nick Turns shooting in the first 5 seconds. Like, pick a lane.
I get it. But if you are Nick Turn on that possession before and you score there, it's you and the goaltender. If you score, that puts a nail in this game.
Fair. And I don't blame him for the shot. Again, you just have to score.
Right.
Or, you pull the ball out and we were down to 3 minutes and they would have had a 3-goal lead.
Lyle here, down 2. Against JT Giles Harris. Defended beautifully. Still gets a shot off, though, but Scanoni was up to the task.
That may have been Lyle's best look in an ISO situation of the day.
Here's Messenger. Ooh. Oh, it's a little extra on the way out.
You still want to be aggressive here. Sure, take a little time off the clock, but you got 20-some seconds left. Initiate your offense. Go here.
Now at 20, does Anderson do just that against Bubba Fairman? Now 10 to shoot. Behind the back, Morocco there.
Door's open for the Cannons.
It is. 2 minutes left.
The door is open for. There's a huge difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead.
Pulver brings it across the midfield line. He's in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, you got to call a timeout. Got to get it, and they got it.
Timeout.
Final timeout of the game for Sean Quirk and company.
They don't need to go for 2 here. Still plenty of time.
Not a good 2-point shooting team at all.
That as well.
Here are your standings. Cannons. It's desperation mode as it has been for the last few weeks. They've lost 7 games in a row. They won their opener against Water Dogs, and it's been L's all the way, but they've been close losses, heartbreaking losses in the fourth quarter. Can they pull one out here and stay alive? Let's go inside the huddle, presented by Athletic Brewing Company.
Let's get a little bit of a probe, dead center, but then we're hitting Chris up top center. Lyle, I want you in, right? I want Donnie out, right? Hard seal on JT. Get a piece of him. Let's get it out. And it goes in the power. Chris, take the middle. Chris, it's okay if you take the alley, all right?
Yeah, I got you.
We got a backside exchange with you two, all right? Here we go.
Nick for Lyle. Pretty simple. Sean Kerwin, offensive coordinator for the Cannons. Also the OC at the University of Virginia. He's got a ring. Does some good stuff down there. In Whoville.
With all the commotion, Quinn, I don't know if we heard the initial part. It's Donville coming in. Donville coming in.
Donville for Lyle.
Yep.
Donville setting a pick for Lyle. That's the basis of this play. 33 will set a pick for 4 and White. And they swing it to the far side right here.
Slani with it. With his left, Scanoni. That's an easy save for Scanoni.
Yeah, and that Donville-Thompson action was just way too early. They did it on the initial Drenner dodge as opposed to waiting for Aslanian, on the re-attack.
That wasn't great. No, and JT Giles-Harris pressed out and denied Lyle the ball. Like, what do you expect him to do? Back off and say, here, give Lyle the ball? Why not start the ball in Lyle's cross coming off the restart?
Now keeping Lyle on the field in case they can get a quick turnover here. Defending on Nick turn. Morocco comes out, physical contact. What's going to be the call here? This is big. And pushing and shoving, flags all over the place. Frustration just boiling over. Anderson loses his helmet.
Players being instructed to stay on the bench. You don't want to get caught roaming on the field. They'll have to sort this out. They'll go to video ultimately to look this thing over, I would guess.
Nick Turn telling Anderson it's all right. 50 seconds away from putting one in the dub column. Just wants Anderson to walk away. Official's going to sort this one out. Palem, Whittleberger, Buchanan.
Fouls on Cannons. Number 1. 1 minute, unnecessary roughness.
Morocco coming out off his line. He's going to get a minute for unnecessary roughness. So Colin Kirst is going to have to come in. Let's take a look.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You thought that Anderson, 21 in the chrome jersey, was potentially did something himself.
Yep. Anderson was going to the ground as Morocco came out of the crease. It looks like it was contact directly to Anderson's helmet.
Yeah, no, it's a good initial call. I thought there may have been more in the melee that followed.
No timeouts for Cannons. They got to get possession somehow, some way. Got to find a way to get a turnover here. And shorthanded.
You got to press out here.
Got to. Shot clock is basically a non-factor. Game clock below the shot clock. They can run this entire clock down and get the win.
You got to shut all these adjacents. Kirst has got to come out, find a guy when the ball went behind.
20 seconds. That was dangerous. Messenger scoops it up. Ten seconds. Cromer just going to run this clock down and pick up the dub. That's it. Crow mobbed their teammate in goal, Sean Scanoni. He had a heck of a game from the start. 16 saves. Great first half. And the Cannons, once again, close game, can't find a way to pull it out in the fourth quarter. They've now lost 8 in a row. The frustration continues for Sean Quirk. They're not done yet. I mean, they're still alive. The first tiebreaker is score differential. They're down 3 goals to chaos, and they've got a tough matchup against the Whipsnakes next week. So it's an uphill battle for the Cannons, but
the Whipsnakes have the number 1 seed
already locked up.
So
you're saying there's a chance.
How do they play that?
You're saying there's a chance.
I mean, would you put Bernlohr in that?
No, I mean, again, they're also going to have 2 weeks off. So do you want to have 2.5 weeks off where you're not playing, to win? I don't think so.
No, I think the short answer is no.
Yeah, right?
You got to play your guys.
You got to play your guys in Seattle. They get the 27th weekend off. As you said earlier, Ryan, are they going to go to Gillette and practice that weekend to avoid any rust with the 2-week break?
That's going to be the stories. Yeah, we're going to talk about that over the next couple of weeks. And For Chrome, they're in the thick of this thing. I mean, they're 6-3. They're not going to be the number 1 seed, but I think the battle now is to be that 2 seed. And they're certainly in the hunt with their 6th win of the year.